Unlike the Santa Clauses, unlike Sabrina Carpenter Nelson's Christmas, and unlike A Nanny for Christmas, I watched Red 1 in theaters, because of course it's currently in theaters. No, I did not watch it when the movie came out in November because I knew it I would wanted to include it on the Christmas list for December. So that's why I did. I wait until December, till today, December 8th, to watch this movie in theaters. And so this movie, Red One, is about uh Dwayne Johnson, who plays a bodyguard of Santa named Cal, where he teams up with Jack, a naughty list person played by Chris Evans, they team up to save Santa after he was kidnapped by a witch, and they must find a way to save Christmas and get Santa back. And I got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest goof fun of Christmas that I've ever had. This movie is a lot of fun. It's a fun action Christmas movie. It's over the top, it's goofy, it's very entertaining and funny. There are a lot of funny humor in this movie, which a couple of them come from Chris Evans. He is funny in this movie. I really like him in this role. He can be a little funny at times, but he can be a little kind-hearted and sympathetic at times, especially when he's dealing with the kid with his kid, especially at the end where he has has a heartwarming talk with him about him being naughty when he was kidnapped by the witch for being naughty, because the witch's plan is to alongside to kidnap every naughty lister on Christmas forever, and so, which was and the naughty list was created by Santa's brother Krampus, who has a very fun and very cool makeup effect on him and a fun action as fun slap sequence with The Rock in, in this movie. I thought the CGI in this movie looked pretty decent, especially on the reindeers. Honestly, and the three snowmen that have a big giant action sequence, I thought that was a very. This movie has a lot of great, goofy, and wacky action sequences, like whether it's like The Rock and Chris Evans fighting three snowmen, where a way to stop them is to take the carrot nose off them, as well as when I think again, like I said, with Krampus slapping The Rock hard, and then later they both The Rock and Chris Evans escape. Meanwhile, the two toy robots being up robots after The Rock transform into giants, like he did by turning a car into a toy car into a real car. Meanwhile, but they get exploded quickly by Krampus, and as well as the big climax where the evil witch uh transforms and then transforms into a giant, but they're saved by she gets defeated by the reindeers after Santa unleashes them. Um, and I thought the performances in this movie is pretty good. Dwayne Johnson still being Dwayne Johnson is still taken very seriously. Still a big, strong, muscle action hero, like he was in a lot of his movies, like Fast and Furious, Red Notice, and Black Adam, and a lot of stuff. Chris Evans, like I said, he's funny, but also he's still a very good actor in this. I thought the opening sequence with him being a naughty lister is an interesting setup for being a naughty lister. For whether it's by ruining a dance training and also stealing a candy from a baby, which is quite naughty. Thankfully, he's not as mean spirited as Davy from Eight Crazy Nights. Thankfully, but that was quite a messy thing to do. Um, and I thought J.K. Simmons was a good casting for Santa. He's jacked as well. He did have some memorable scenes for a few bits. And I thought the main villain, the evil witch, I think is Gilla, is like whose name cannot be said because she can hear it. And I thought she had some memorable scenes. And I thought she made for an interesting villain. And Krampus was actually kind of a cool character for a bit, where he starts out as like an enemy to Dwayne and Chris, but then becomes briefly an ally to them, and still doesn't reunite with his brother 100%, though he just does kind of say goodbye to him at the end. And I thought the film has some good heart to it. Like I said, with the scenes with Chris Evans and his kid is actually very memorable. And I thought the costumes were pretty cool. And Red One overall is a fun action Christmas movie. It is not one of my top 10 favorites, but it's a lot of fun. You should go check it out, currently in theaters if you want to see it. So that's my review of Red One. So as of right now, and Merry Christmas to Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans, and stay tuned for tomorrow, where tomorrow's Christmas is